We got massive news coming out of Madrid, Spain. I had to take a break out of my hiatus to report this. Remember earlier this year, I stated that the FIFA Club World Cup may not happen because Real Madrid or UEFA, they didn't have it scheduled on their national football scheduling. But now, breaking news out of Madrid by a Madrid media outlet called AS is that the FIFA Club World Cup could take place as early as February 2023. I don't know how all of a sudden they're finding a way to include the FIFA Club World Cup into the European football schedule. I strongly believe that this is the MLS flexing its muscles. And for those of you who continue to want to push back against the idea that the MLS is emerging as a global power, my advice to you is you need to start paying close attention. Because as I stated this summer, change is coming. And leagues that you didn't grow up seeing at the top is going to be at the top. And here's another thing. Abu Dhabi and China, it looks like they're not going to host it for whatever reason. According to this article, FIFA couldn't get a deal settled. Maybe it's based on location, whatever the reason is, whether location or money. But America has now emerged as a potential hosting site for the FIFA Club World Cup. So this gives cities that were not chosen for the 2026 World Cup, it gives those cities an opportunity to host the FIFA Club World Cup in February of 2023. Now, FIFA Club World Cup is not as big as the World Cup, but there's potential there. And for me, I think the Club World Cup is actually more interesting than the World Cup because people more so support the local teams more than the national teams. But that's just my opinion. So, click the link in the description box to read the article. Also, the article also stated Real Madrid and the South American champion, the Copa Libertadores. Excuse me for pronouncing that wrong. But Real Madrid and the South American champion is going to have a first round bye. Now, the South American championship is going to take place on October 29th. And the two teams that are playing are two Brazilian teams. So, Real Madrid and Brazil is going to have a first round bye in February of 2023. So that means the Seattle Sounders will either face a team from Asia, Africa, or the Pacific Islands in the first round. And this also means that the Seattle Sounders is going to be the underdog. The two top dogs is Real Madrid and the Brazilian team, one of the Brazilian teams. So that means the Seattle Sounders will have an opportunity to upset Real Madrid or a Brazilian team, or even both, if they advance past the first round. I don't know what's going to look like in the second round. I never watched FIFA Club World Cup before. But one thing I do know is the Seattle Sounders will definitely be in the first round against either an African team, an Asian team, or Pacific Island team. And in the second round, they can either face Real Madrid or Brazil. What I would rather see is them advance to the second round, face the Brazilian team, and then after that next round, they have an opportunity to play Real Madrid in the championship. I would love to see a Seattle Sounders Real Madrid championship in the 2023 FIFA Club World Cup. I'm so excited about this because I want to see the Seattle Sounders perform on the national stage and to prove to the European fanboys that the MLS has arrived. So that's why I had to get out of hiatus to report this. And so with that being said, my hiatus is over. It's just so much news going on in the MLS, soccer in general. I can't really take a long break right now until after after the MLS Cup title, after the MLS Cup championship. Then I'll go on a real hiatus. But as of right now, because of this FIFA Club World Cup news, I'm out of hiatus. This is still a development story. Read the article in the description box. I'm definitely going to be talking about this more often, even during the MLS Cup playoffs, as I get more information and more news about this. I'm really excited about this. FIFA Club World Cup, February 2023, in the United States of America. And the crazy part about it, even though the Seattle Sounders will be the home team, they're still going to be the underdog. Because there's more Real Madrid fans and there's more Brazilian fans in America than there are MLS fans. So the Seattle Sounders will be an underdog in their own home. So they're literally still going to be competing against the world without the support of a majority of Americans. This is going to be a good documentary. Like, if the Seattle Sounders can pull this off, this will be a great documentary. A great movie can be created off of this if you're somebody that works in Hollywood. Anyway, I will stop right there. FIFA Club World Cup, February 2023. Read the article, and it's still a developing story. I will definitely talk more about this as I gain more information.